Welcome back to the Kick and Post podcast and YouTube channel and everything under the sun. Kick and Post with your hosts, Amal Thompson and Chris Perry. How y'all doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you? Just got back from Tampa. You know, traffic was a little smooth, average about 100 miles per hour, so we living.
Drive safe.
Always.
Man out here going crazy. Anyway, today we'll be hopping into the best division in football, the AFC South.
What?
With the best football team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But we'll be dealing with one of the rivals in this video, the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes, sir.
Colts didn't have much offseason moves to really talk about. Ironically, we were going through the offseason moves that they made, and we found a very hidden gem that I had no clue moved in the span of a year. Stephon Gilmore, former pro corner for the Patriots, was with the Carolina Panthers last year, and within a year, already on a new team.
Yeah, I was really surprised because I could have swore he was on the Panthers, and you didn't see his acquisition anywhere.
Nope.
I didn't even see ESPN post about that, so I guess he's irrelevant.
Super quiet, which is crazy because the man was locked down for the Patriots for so many years. And in the span of a year, I guess we give Bill Belichick a lot of crap for not playing people, but maybe he saw something that we didn't, because that man is not making any noise anywhere anymore. Span of 2 years.
I will, in his self-defense, he did play for Carolina last year, so a bit different. Now on the Colts, definitely championship mode, so we'll see. We'll see what he comes. I got hope. I'm a former DB, so always look out for my boys, but yeah, man, I hate to see him go out like that,
Did I just learn something?
Wait, you ain't see my huddle, bro? I was nasty. I was too small in high school, so I couldn't tackle, but I was locked down. That's just facts. But when I would go in the game, the coach would just run sweeps my way, and they easily get 10 yards, so I have to be.
It was crazy. Hey, do you actually have a huddle? Be real with me.
Yeah, I got some really bad. I got stiffed arm one time too, 5 yards, so that's why I don't really share it too much. Bro,
I gotta review the huddle for a vid.
Yeah. Yeah, but last year for intramurals, I was nasty, dog. When I mean I should have got drafted, bro. Two toes in the back, over shoulder. Bro, it was real, but
like that.
It's like that. It's like that.
Okay, I feel better now that I know I got a professional on the pod. So let's hop into the schedule.
Yes, sir.
They face Houston. First game of the season in Houston. How you feeling about that one for the Colts?
It's a nice little warm-up, get the confidence up, get the juices flowing, start the season, because you're not really worried about Houston. They'll score a touchdown. That's cool.
I got Houston winning the game.
You got what?
Yeah, I got Colts losing the first game of the season.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Houston going to play hard that first week. Houston going to play so hard that first week.
All right.
Trust me.
Okay.
As a Jags fan who had to play them week one last year, something about Houston week one, I just feel like they come out with all that energy. They go all out. They're like, everybody thinks we're going to go 0-16. Let's prove them wrong. Well,
Damian Pierce going to have to rush for 250 yards for them to win.
I think Brandon Cook's going to have a big day. That's my big thing that I'm betting on.
We just said Stephon Gilmore is on the team now. Come on now. It's locked
He's
up.
not locked down anymore. That's Stephon Gilmore been on 3 teams in 3 years. So.
All right. Okay. You know what?
I'm just saying.
It can happen. I'm not saying it's
saying.
impossible, but I'm not betting on that. Put it like that.
Understandably so. But would you bet on them to beat the Jags in Jacksonville the week after?
Yeah, I have them starting out 2-0 actually. So yeah.
I have them beating the Jags as well. They play the Chiefs in week 3 in Indianapolis. How you feel about that one?
Got the Colts at 3-0 right now. So big dub for them.
I got them beating the Chiefs as well.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs might have a slow start. So especially with those 2 games under the belt, the first 2 games is going to be a really good stretch for Matt Ryan to get comfortable. Because he's in a new system. He's a vet, so it's not going to take too long, but you're going to give him the first 2 weeks, the easiest weeks of the season to get right. I think that's perfect time, especially for the Chiefs to have that home opener. Come on now.
Yeah. I rock with that. I think we're on a good pace. Outside of me kind of stepping out of the traditional with them losing to Houston to start the year,
Yeah.
I think, all of that looks real realistic. I got them beating the Titans at home the week after that as well.
Yes, sir.
I think the Titans' offense is going to be poor, very poor. They're still going to run Derrick Henry into the ground, but I think the red zone trips will be way less than in previous years. A lot of people are believing that Robert Woods could kind of fill the shoes of an A.J. Brown. I think he'll do okay, but a lot of that big playability leaves the building. Of course, we have Robert Woods, older receiver, coming off injury as well. Yeah. So it's tough for me to believe that he's going to be A.J. Brown for him. And Treylon Burks is way behind the curve right now, according to the reports. So
yeah, but they'll see him week 4. So, I mean, he has a little bit of a gauntlet to get through up until that point. I don't really expect much. Like you said, reports have been pretty mid. He's been injured, like, on and off, so he's not even getting that much reps as it is. And then Robert Woods is coming back from a big injury. So I think by week 4, Derrick Henry going to have, like, 300 carries by then? He might be ran through by that. So
For real. You say it jokingly, but he might be pushing quite a few.
I'm expecting like a DeMarco Murray type year. They're gonna be forced to run him to the ground, and this is gonna be, I believe, the last year of Derrick Henry. It's not possible. Like he has too much contact. Like I'm sorry, man. It's still NFL.
He's super big as well. Yeah, it's a lot of weight for him to carry with all those hits. And I know in terms of like overall usage, even though he's been in the league a minute, he spent the first 2 to 3 years kind of like redshirting behind DeMarco Murray and stuff.
Yeah.
They are making up for lost time with the way they use this man the last few years, right?
That's facts.
One thing I point back to is last year everybody talks about, bro, he was still the number 1 running back in fantasy like 6 weeks after he was out. Yeah, go check how many carries he had in that time that he was on the field.
Yeah, like that's good, but that's not good.
I think Buddy was pushing so the year before, if I'm not mistaken, I have it in a different video, but if I'm not mistaken, he was pushing like 270 at that point in the year. Like he was ranging out that he'd have 450 to like 475 carries on the year. That's insanity.
Yeah, it's just not possible. Like I know it's Derrick Henry. I know he's a superhuman. But even Captain America had to retire, dog. Like, you can't take all that, bruh.
Facts.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, please prove me wrong. I ain't never going to pray on no man's downfall. I just wish the best for him and his health during the game and after when he retires. But, dog, like, I just can't see it, to be honest.
All I'm going to say is, in terms of taxi squad, I bring it back to fantasy all the time, stash Hassan Haskins.
Wait, who?
That's all I'm going to say. Hassan Haskins. He was Michigan's running back. They picked him up, I think, day 3. They lost. Well, they didn't lose. They let Deontay Foreman walk and go to Carolina. They still have Dontrell Hilliard, but he's more of like a, do-it-all kind of back, not really a pounder. Yeah. Deontay Foreman was kind of that pounder when Derrick Henry went down last year. Yeah. So I feel like Hassan Haskins is going to be the new hammer if Derrick Henry was to go down. Again, we don't pray on his downfall, but we got to be smart. You got to, protect those investments. So if you have Hassan Haskins out there on the waiver wires or you have a spot on your taxi squad, just stash the kid because it's possible he might see some usage this year.
Yeah, I see it. So going on to week 5, we're going to have the Colts in Denver. Who you got?
I got a loss for the Colts.
I do too, man. Mile high. Russ going to be looking nice week 5. I already know. So,
and I don't know if you've watched the Bussin' with the Boys podcast at any point in time.
Nah.
But Derrick Henry told, I think it was, I forgot his name, but the host of the show, obviously. Okay. He's the offensive lineman, Taylor Lewan. He told Taylor Lewan that even if he has to fake an injury, he doesn't want to play in Denver again. So, he hates it in Denver because of the mile high. He knows he's about to get 40 carries a game. 40 carries in mile high altitude equals very, very rough day for the kid. So maybe he'll have a hammy or some undisclosed injury, and you might be able to play Hassan Haskins that week. So, but yeah, I don't have much faith in that roster going up there to mile high.
Not at all. All right, so week 6, they got the Jags back at home. I have that as another dub, and that's going to complete the sweep on the year. How do you feel about that?
Swept. We will get swept. I don't think there's a way for us to beat the Colts this year. That team is too nasty. We struggle against running backs. Our linebacking core, in my opinion, has gotten even softer with the exit of Miles Jack. I think if you like running backs, man, especially for fantasy, when you see the Jags on the schedule, put that boy in the starting lineup. That's how I see it. So Jonathan Taylor probably going to get 450 to 500 yards of production against us in the 2 games that he plays. I expect Michael Pittman to go crazy because for some reason, even though I love UCF, we paid Shaquille Griffin like he was freaking what's his name, Darrelle Revis in his prime. Yeah. And I've seen too many videos now of Shaquille Griffin getting burnt. So.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Jack effect, man. Hate to see it.
Yeah, but, Travon Walker, we'll see what he could do on the line. I'm getting a little bit more excited about the kid.
Really? I'm surprised you said that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting it out. I can't be too harsh on him. He didn't decide to get drafted early, so I shouldn't be giving him too bad of a rep. And he's a Jag now, so I got to respect it. Hopefully he can make a little bit of pressure. I mean, it's tough. The Colts have arguably the best line of football. I know PFF has it top 6 ranked for sure. So, not much you could do. Good line, good decision-making QB, play action gonna go crazy. We know Matt Ryan loves the play action pass. It's just a bad matchup. So,
yeah,
we could probably score some points on them because their defense, outside of Darius Leonard, isn't much to write home about. They don't really have a solid pass rush. So, Trevor will have a little bit of time. Maybe he could cook something up, but I just think it's going to be too much on the other end of the ball for us. So, facts. I got the Colts sweeping us this year.
Yeah, same here, man. I think it's just a matter of time. It's inevitable. So.
Yeah. We look at Tennessee the next week. I got the Colts beating them again. I got the Colts pretty much sweeping almost the entire division this year, if I'm not mistaken.
I got that as an L. Titans still find a way. Coaching staff is really solid over there, so I don't think they get swept. It's just
respectable. They play the Commanders. I don't even want to talk about the Commanders. I think the Colts whoop them.
Oh yeah.
They play the Vikings in Minnesota. I got the Vikings winning that game. It's a loss for the Colts.
Wait. Where we at?
Oh wait, I skipped ahead. My bad.
I was about to say they play the Pats, dog.
My bad. They have the Pats. I had them winning that game.
Yeah, I got a dub too. Yeah.
And then we got Raiders in Las Vegas. I had them losing to the Raiders in Las Vegas.
Same here, bruv.
They play Philly at home. I have them winning that game.
Wow, same here. Okay, I thought I was a little crazy for that 1-2 combo, but
Nah. And I got them beating Pittsburgh at home as well.
I got a loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Only because
you think that's one of the games Pittsburgh steals?
Yeah, that front four is nasty still. I think they're gonna be able to, especially with their linebacker core, they're gonna be able to hold Taylor. I think Taylor might have his worst rushing game either that week or against the Broncos. But I mean, I think week 12 is safe enough to say. And then, yeah, I mean, Steelers are still solid, bro. I hate to say it. So I got to L.
Okay. Cowboys in Dallas. I got Cowboys winning that one.
Oh, I got the Colts taking that one.
Colts. Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I could see it. I still believe that Jerry House is a tough place to play, especially with the way they've set up that stadium. But I could easily see where you're coming from. One thing I will say is I'm interested to see the Trayvon Diggs Michael Pittman matchup. I'm really interested in seeing a lot of Trayvon Diggs' matchups this year because I said it last year. Yes, it's exciting to get pick sixes, man, but when it's crunch time and you need to stop, I don't think about Trayvon Diggs.
He's not on the lineup like.
He's not on a cover type of. He's on a gamble. Like if I'm down 3, right, and they're like on the 40-yard line driving to our end zone, and I need somebody to make a play so that I could get the ball, I'm okay with taking that guy because he gambles and sometimes he hits. He hits more often than not, especially last year. But if I literally just need a stop, like if we're up, I'm arguably thinking about taking him out the game.
Yeah, like because it's not a guy you can put on the island, and like you said, it's just too risky. Like I'd rather put in someone solid that like I know what I'm gonna get. Whereas with Diggs, you don't know. Like you really don't. Like you're not comfortable being like, okay, go on your brother Stephon Diggs and lock him up. Like we need you to stop him right here, right now. That's not happening. I'm sorry.
They couldn't even do that against Ayuk in the playoffs.
Exactly. It's like
They
you can't
couldn't
even
put him on Ayuk and lock him up. Ayuk.
Like Brandon Ayuk with Jimmy G throwing the ball. Come on.
Yeah.
Like he's good.
Yeah.
He's an athlete, but like if you're gonna be that guy, you gotta stop at least Brandon Ayuk. Like, come on.
You're right. All I gotta say is, man, when it comes to Trayvon Diggs, he is the Calvin Ridley of the Dallas defense. Man is a huge gambler. Anyway,
Wow.
you know, I was thinking about it. I had to throw it out.
So they come up a week 14 bye, and then now week 15.
Now
they
we're
have
on
the Vikings.
pace. Vikings winning that game, so loss for the Colts right there.
I got an L for the Vikings.
Okay, fair. So
Have
W
to.
for the Colts. Chargers at home for the Colts. I got Chargers winning, bro. So Colts loss.
I got a Colts dub that day.
Really?
Yeah. I believe in the Chargers, but I mean,
so
only
much
reason I
faith in
believe them
the
because they
AFC
are
West.
the nicest team on paper. This is deep into the year, week 16. At least 2 people are going to be injured. Like I feel like I really don't see Khalil Mack even playing at this point because they might have to rest him just for the playoffs. I think they're going to be in a comfortable enough spot to where they can start doing what NBA teams do and start resting those key players just to get to the playoffs.
Fair. I mean, if you're thinking defensive end, I was about to say, like, yeah, they might have injuries, but they have decent enough backups to come up the back end to kind of protect that. You know, I think Isaiah Spiller, very slow back, very grinder type back. I saw him in preseason. He did not look to have any burst at all. I don't know if you see the clips, but
Nah, I
he
haven't.
just looks really sluggish.
Okay.
He'll be able to pound out a couple stuff if Austin Eckler goes down with injury, but don't expect any big plays. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, you know how that go. Jalen Guyton with the deep ball sometimes.
I mean, yeah, the Colts defense is straight, but the key reason why I got the Colts beating them is just the weakest part of the Chargers is their linebacker core. I can't name a linebacker on their team. Really can't. Like Manti Te'o is the best Chargers linebacker in like the last 10 years, if we're being real.
Oh, shoot. I feel like that's disrespectful. I feel like there has to be somebody out there. What's
Like that's the
name of
thing.
Buddy?
Like you're gonna have to attack, or you're gonna have to tackle Jonathan Taylor. You're gonna fill that gap, and they're gonna get ran and slap over. Like it might be a lot of highlights that day.
Okay. So when we start doing our prize pick stuff, you would take Jonathan Taylor's rushing over that day?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Honestly.
Okay. All right, fair.
I mean, unless Derwin James just really becomes that guy that day and just comes down and handles business, I can see that. Sure, handle it. But, like, that's their weakest part, and that is what a lot of teams are going to need going against the Colts is, like, a strong linebacker core. Your D-line can be straight, but they're going to open the gaps for the linebackers to attack. If you got mids coming through to tackle literally the best running back in the league, like, he's elusive, he got power, he'll stiff arm you, run you over, juke you. What do, you know?
My only rebuttal is I feel like going against the Chargers, you need somebody with a line, right? Like a defensive line that could get pressure, right?
Yeah.
Who's the guy who's really going to set the pressure on the Colts line? I feel like Justin Herbert's going to have
DeForest
all
Buckner?
day. That's up the middle, though.
What do you mean?
Like,
People are they're gonna have to double team him.
Yeah, but there's nobody on the edge that really is like, who's on the edge? I need an edge rusher to
They
kind of
have
apply that pressure too.
they got your boy. We just said it. Your old Jags
Yannick
fan.
Ngakoue's been on 5 teams in like 4 years.
And
Why
now
is
he's
that?
on probably the best. I mean, he was on the Raiders last year. The D-line's solid. But, I mean, with DeForest Buckner, he's going to have enough attention to where his job is a lot easier. It's going to make him look a little better than he actually is. You feel? So, I mean, I see what you're saying.
I know all about that.
But the Colts are going to predominantly run the ball that day. They're going to run out the clock because, like you said, there's so many weapons on the Chargers offense. You just can't give them enough time to get the job done. That's it. With great clock management and great rushing attack, which they will have, it's going to be a Colts dub.
It's at Indianapolis too, so I can see where you're coming from. I don't know. I just find it really difficult to see the Chargers on the schedule
And say it's an L?
the AFC South and be like,
Yeah. No, I feel that because they're nasty. I hate to say it. They're nasty.
We got Giants on New Year's Day, which there's a lot of New Year's Day games this year. It makes me very excited.
Hey, that's what's up.
Open the year right. I got them beating the Giants
Yes, sir.
in New York. I think that would be an electric game to watch on TV. Jonathan Taylor and Saquon just going crazy.
If Saquon make it that far, that boy better, man. That's championship weekend, I think. Week 17?
Yeah, that should be the championship game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, for real. And then they play Houston week 18. Got them closing out the season on a W.
Yeah, that's a dub. That's complete the sweep as well.
And I have their win predictions at 11-6.
All right.
For the Colts.
I got them at 12-5, so pretty solid.
Sheesh. Top of the division, easy.
Easy.
I don't know about buys yet. Maybe like closer to when the season starts, we'll go over all our predictions, see who gets the buy, all of that. We'll go like Super Bowl prediction video. But pretty solid for the Colts. Pretty solid for Matt Ryan. And maybe he could take that momentum into the playoffs with a team that honestly should have done way better with what they had the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he's able to put him over the top. Because the AFC isn't wide open necessarily, but if you get hot, you could go. You could go pretty far. They're going to run into, obviously, the Bills in that division. Well, that conference. Depending how the Chiefs figure out their situation, probably run into them as well. But yeah, I think they present enough trouble on the offensive side. And with a solid, like you said, DeForest Buckner up the middle, Darius Leonard as their tackling machine. And if Stephon Gilmore has a renaissance and goes back to Patriots 2018, 2019, Stephon Gilmore.
I just want to put this out here. I am tired of the disrespect of the Bengals. You gonna name the Chiefs after losing Tyreek Hill? Like we didn't just sweep them boys last year? Come on,
My bad. You're right. That's disrespectful. Bad. I apologize. Them boys they went to the Super Bowl and got better after. Like
let them know.
That doesn't happen to many teams that like end up in the Super Bowl matchup. Not even the Rams could really say that they've gotten better completely. They lost Von Miller, even though they did get Bobby Wagner again on some BS.
Ooh, I forgot about that. I'm waiting for that video because I don't know. The Rams, Sean McVay is just they get me going. No homo, but
really.
Oh,
you mean like that? I thought you meant like mad, but it seems like the other way. Anyway, close out the video. Colts fantasy outlook. Draft JT. If you don't have the first 3 picks in your draft, it don't matter. Even in Superflex redraft, he's going earlier. But draft JT, didn't have to tell you that. That's automatic. Michael Pittman's the breakout receiver of the year. You could clip this.
He might have like a Justin Jefferson type year.
You could clip this.
He's like that.
He might finish top 10 easy.
He's like
right?
That.
But I could see on the higher end top 6 receiver with the play action with Matt Ryan. I think it's Michael Pittman's season. I think he's going to break out crazy for you. I'm avoiding all tight ends. I know they talk about the tight ends in Indy. That's too murky for me. I don't want no parts of it. And Matt Ryan's my favorite late-round quarterback in Superflex this year. I have been stacking up on Matt Ryan in mock drafts, and I think actually in this draft I'm in right now,
oh my gosh,
I might have him. I don't know. I have to look. I took Trey Lance, and I took Josh Allen. I'm loving Matt Ryan late as like my QB3, even sometimes QB2 if I really decide to wait on QB.
Yeah, depending on the value you get before that, but like you said, you can't miss. He's in a situation to succeed. If he got it done in Atlanta, like this is, I think this roster is better than the team he got to the Super Bowl in Atlanta. So, I mean, he's a little bit older, but he's a quarterback. As long as he's not getting hit, he's straight.
This is the best situation for him not to get hit. So
exactly. Best line of his career, damn near. Come on.
Yeah.
He don't got
Instead
Julio.
of taking Ryan Tannehill late, who I feel like is gonna have a rough year. Wait on Colts quarterback Matt Ryan. Reap the benefits.
Yes, sir.
That's my stance on them Colts boys in fantasy. This has been the win projections for the Colts, AFC South champions, most likely. You heard it here. Probably not first because everybody's on the Colts this year for the South. And we'll hop back into it with another AFC South team soon. Peace.
Yes, sir.